Are we doing Facebook? Happy Monday. Good Monday to all of you. I hope you had a phenomenal weekend. Restful weekend. I had a very rough Monday today. It was just difficult to get my day going. I got my day going pretty early, but it was still kind of tough. So let me see here. So we're going to talk about some bad money decisions. I want to share some data with you guys for a lot of you that maybe you don't take your finances seriously. Maybe you feel like you have a lot of time. I think that's a very common mistake. People always think that they have so much time. I have a lot of time. I'm in my 20s, I'm in my 30s, I'm in my 40s. I have a lot of time to work up my finances and make sure that my financial situation is better. And actually, guys, that's not the case. That's not the case. It's actually the complete opposite. When you're younger, that's really when you need to take a step back and analyze your situation. I see a lot of young people that they just finished their career and now they're making good money, and for a lot of them, they may still be living at home with mom and dad because maybe you're in your 20s and mom and dad just kind of want to give you an opportunity to start life on the right foot, and they're like, you know what, just live here. Why are you going to go pay rent somewhere else? You can just live here. And I hope that a lot of you guys, if that's the scenario, you're helping your mom and dad with some expenses. But I see you spending money like crazy. And I'll tell you, if you ask any veteran, if you ask any professional, regardless of the field that they're in, if you ask them what is one of your main regrets, hindsight 2020, right? You ask somebody who's in their late 50s, early 60s, what is one of your biggest regrets? One of the things that they're going to tell you is, I wish I would have been more diligent with my finances. I wish I would have saved more money. I wish I wouldn't have been so careless with how I spent money, because I would be in a much better situation financially today than the situation that I'm in right now. Pretty much everyone, every single professional. There's a reason why. There's so many people just right above the poverty line when they get to those retirement years. The retirement years are supposed to be your golden years, supposed to be the years where you get to enjoy life. The problem is that most individuals, because they never plan their finances accordingly, when they get to those golden years, they really can't enjoy anything. The only thing that they're trying to do is survive. So instead of being the golden years where you get to enjoy life and travel and do all this fun stuff, it turns into like the purge, where all you're doing is just trying to survive. And so I want to share this with you because I think it's very impactful. I think it's very important. Give me a second here. I want to share with you the current US inflation rates. And I want to show you this chart so that you can see how inflation has drastically changed in 2021. Now, what is inflation? Inflation is pretty much the rate at which things become more expensive. For layman's terms, just to simplify it, if you notice, things have gotten drastically more expensive. Why is that? Well, if we take a look at 2020 and what happened in 2020, obviously COVID was something that nobody planned for. COVID was one of those freak black swan events that nobody was prepared for. But we take a look at 2020 and we take a look at all of the money, boatloads of money that was printed in 2020. I saw an article that said about 25% of the money in circulation today was printed in 2020. It's a huge deal. 25%, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. So if we take a look at this chart right here and the inflation rate, notice this drastic jump up in 2021, like drastic as opposed to the other years. Why? Because there's a lot of money that was printed in 2020. Now, I ask you this question. How much of that money that was printed in 2020 did you actually save? How much of that money in 2020 did you actually put it into an asset? Whatever that asset may be, whatever asset you preferred. It could be a life insurance policy, it can be an annuity, it can be mutual funds, it can be your 401k, it can be cryptocurrencies, it can be stocks, whatever your preference is, it doesn't matter. But into an asset that's intended to grow over time. I guarantee you that the answer to that question is nothing, none of it. Most of you guys did not use any of that money for anything productive in the least bit. And then you ask yourself, why is it that my financial situation doesn't change? Well, your financial situation doesn't change because you don't change. Your financial situation doesn't change because you continue to make the same, I don't want to call them stupid decisions, but yes, the same stupid decisions over and over and over again. So what's the problem with this? Well, the problem is that things are becoming more expensive. Things are getting drastically more expensive. And I think a lot of you guys have noticed this. If you go to the supermarket and you're buying the same groceries that you were buying 2 years ago, but now it seems like you're spending $75 or $100 more than you did 2 years ago. Well, that's because things have become more expensive. That is inflation. But inflation has taken a drastic jump because we printed a lot of money in 2020. When you put that much money into circulation, things are just going to automatically become more expensive. Why? Because that's just the way economics work. So the question that I have for you guys is, what decisions are you making to prepare yourself for these changes moving forward? What decisions are you making? Are you making the same stupid decisions that you were making 2 years ago? Because if that's the case, then 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I hate to say it, but things are not going to get easier for you. They're actually going to get significantly worse unless you figure out a way to make more money, which for a lot of you guys, you're in salary positions, and sure, you might get a slight pay increase every year. So for example, I work a lot with teachers and with educators, and educators generally speaking get some type of a cost of living adjustment increase every year. It's not a lot, but maybe, I don't know, $1,000, $1,200, which maybe puts an extra $100 a month in your pocket. Okay, so there's a slight increase in your salary, but some of you guys don't get that. And for those of you that do get it, it's slight. It's not a lot. So we have to circle back to, what decisions are we making to improve our finances moving forward? Do we continue to spend money on things that we don't need? There's this saying, and I've used it before. Let me see if I can remember it correctly. But we spend money that we don't have on things that we don't need to impress people that don't even like us. I think that's it. I think I nailed it. I didn't practice, so let me say that one again. We spend money that we don't have. We spend money that we don't have to buy things that we don't need to impress people that don't even like us. You see, there's a difference between looking wealthy and actually being wealthy. Two completely different things. And I think a lot of us get so fixated with trying to look wealthy that we don't spend enough time or enough effort in actually trying to become wealthy. I've been driving the same crappy car for the last 3 to 4 years. It's my wife's hand-me-down. So my wife got a family vehicle and I'm driving the same car. It's not the nicest car. Do I want a new car? Sure I do. Am I going to get one? Yes, I will eventually. I will tell you that consistently every single month, I'm always putting money into all of my different assets. Why? Because to me, it's more of a concern to actually become wealthy than it is to look wealthy. Because looking wealthy does nothing for me. Looking wealthy is superficial. Looking wealthy really just, once again, may impress a few people, but probably you're just trying to impress yourself. but actually becoming wealthy and actually changing your financial situation and changing how you live the quality of your life, and abiding by the mentality that I need to buy assets, not liabilities. I need to buy things that grow in value and not things that decrease in value. I need to buy things on Robinhood or TD Ameritrade or Coinbase and quit buying stuff on Amazon and eBay. You need, once you learn to start abiding by that principle, then things start to change for you. But it circles back to discipline. So looking at this chart, guys, things are getting drastically more expensive. Things are becoming more expensive. So my question to you is, what decisions are you making to make sure that you have a fighting chance moving forward? Because if you're still making the same bad decisions that you were making 5 years ago or 10 years ago, then unfortunately things are changing. Even though you're not changing, things are changing. And it's important for you to take a step back, analyze the situation, regardless of whatever your age is, regardless of whether you're in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s, 50s, 60s, doesn't matter. There's always an opportunity for you to improve your finances and for you to make better decisions. Once again, the videos that we do here are mainly intended to bring clarity. And that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring clarity. I'm trying to teach you guys some stuff, and I really want you guys to have a better situation moving forward. And really the only way you're going to be able to improve your situation is through better decisions. And I'll leave you guys with this. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Let me say that again. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. You want to lose weight, but you never go to the gym and you continue to eat bad every single day. Well, you're not going to lose weight. You want your finances to change. You want your finances to be better, but you don't make better money decisions. You keep spending money on things that you don't need. You don't save any money. You don't invest any money. So your finances are not going to change. It's the definition of insanity. You want things to get better, but you're not willing to do anything yourself to make things get better. So food for thought. My Facebook Live for today. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. As always, if you guys ever have any questions or there's anything that I can do for you, you're always welcome to send me an inbox. And you're also welcome to go and like our pages, startyourpathtofreedom.com. That's our website. That's our financial literacy course. And we have a page as well that you're welcome to go and like, and we post on there on the regular, and then also here on my personal Facebook. You guys have a wonderful Monday. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.